Welcome back, viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Patrick Tawia Matope, and on this channel, I do deliver content on social work, and it's just tips and tips that I give from my own experiences, and hopefully, it's gonna help somebody out there who is possibly starting in the profession, or you're at a stage where you just need to get some few pointers here and there. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that when I post, you'll be the first person to know. In today's topic or today's video, I'm just going to give you a few tips on how you can be an excellent team player in children's social work teams. First and foremost, you need to be mindful that being an excellent team player helps you in a way because you'll be able to gain more. People will be able to open up more to you if they realize that you're a good team player, and you'll be able to gain more from your team as well. Remember, what you put in is what you get out of that particular team. What you put in is what you get out of that particular team. So that's very, very important for you to be mindful of. Point number one, you need to be somebody who is able to communicate openly and clearly. But when communicating as well, be mindful of the words, because sometimes when words have been said, they can't be retracted back. Even if you apologize, words will still stick within the mind of that particular person. So you should be able to communicate openly and clearly. That's tip number one. Keep the colleagues informed about key updates on some of your cases, which you know that things are going to pop up, even sometimes when you go on annual leave and so forth. Make sure that your colleagues are aware of what's going on. Be clear and concise. Use concise language in meetings and reports. Be open to giving and receiving constructive feedback from your colleagues. Even if you are a seasoned professional, there is nothing wrong with you going along with somebody else whom you can go with on joint visits, and they'll be able to give you feedback on how you've performed. Because remember, you may have been in the profession for a long time, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you know everything. So getting feedback from your colleagues is one of the key things that will actually enable you to grow as a professional as well. Point number two, you need to be somebody who is very supportive of your colleagues. Remember, I spoke earlier on about what you put in is what you get out of a particular team. Offer help when a teammate is struggling with workload or any complex cases. You need to be there to offer help, but sometimes offering that help shouldn't come at an expense of your own work. Or if it is coming at an expense of your own work, you need to be mindful that you let your manager know, or you let your senior practitioner know, so that they know that this is what's going on with you and you are out there helping, rather than them not even knowing exactly what you are going on. But make sure that communication is quite important in terms of knowing exactly where you are and what you are doing. Be a good listener. Sometimes just having a space to talk through challenges helps a lot. Even offering your colleagues a shoulder to cry on when things are not going on well. And it's important for you to be able to step in when required. For example, covering visits, sharing resources. For example, if you are going particular direction and the colleague who is also who have got visits in that particular direction doesn't drive, what's wrong with you taking them along? Drop them off and then go on to your own visit, or do your visit together, and then you can go on to their visit and do it together as well, and then you'll be able to share, reflect in terms of how things would have gone with regards to that particular visit. Point number three, you need to be a very reliable and accountable person. Being responsible, being reliable, and taking accountability when things haven't gone well is one of the key things that you can actually do as a social worker, the key things that you can actually be mindful of as a social worker as well. And with that said, it's about also making sure that when you progress your work, you are able to meet deadlines for reports, referrals, and an assessment that you are progressing. Follow through on actions that you commit to be doing when you are in professionals meetings, and admit any mistakes and learn from them rather than shifting blame on others. That's really key and very, very important. Point number four, you need to respect different perspectives within the team, recognizing that everyone coming to the team brings a different strength and different experiences, but all you need to do is to tap into those different strengths and tap into those different experiences to your own advantage, and also give your own experiences to the other colleagues. Be open to different ways of working and encourage a culture of sharing and learning and best practice, including sometimes even sharing food, which will actually open up, other conversations that you can have with colleagues, and colleagues may actually be able to know you and know you much better through that as well. Maintain professional boundaries. This is really, really important. Be friendly, but you need to be remaining professional in the way you do your things. Don't engage in gossip or negativity within the team. Balance supporting colleagues with keeping a child-focused approach, making sure that all your work is focused on making sure that the child that you're working with remains safeguarded and remains safe, whether in the parents of the in the care of the parents, or in whatever situation that they are currently in. And you need to be living a healthy life as well, managing stress so that you can avoid burnout, making sure that when you need to take a break, you take a break. I spoke in another video about taking work home. You need to be making sure that you only do that when it is absolutely necessary. It doesn't need to become a norm for you to be taking work home. You need to stay solution focused. That's another important tip. Tip number 6. Instead of just raising problems, what is it that you are contributing? What is it that you are bringing to the table in terms of solving those issues? It's good for you to be the person who raises issues, but if you are the person who just raises issues and not bring about any solutions to those issues, then you might be a problematic person within that particular team. That's just something that you need to be aware of. You need to be contributing ideas on how you can solve those particular issues that you are raising as well. You need to be encouraging a strength-based approach to solving some of those issues, especially when discussing cases. It helps to focus on how best we can actually approach that situation, and it also helps to focus on the positive outcomes that needs to be realized in each and every particular situation. And you need to be having a flexible mindset, open-minded all the time, so that you'll be able to learn from others and be a sponge, taking feedback from others and be that sponge that's there to learn. Like I said, you might have 20 years of experience, but that doesn't mean anything. There's always time for learning, especially knowing that you have left college many years ago. There are people who are coming from college with fresh ideas, fresh, theories that they can actually infuse in your own practice as well. You need to promote a positive team culture. It starts with you in terms of promoting positive team culture. It doesn't start with anybody else. It starts with you, because remember, you are part of that particular team, and you need to be able to celebrate success with others, no matter how small it is. That's how you can actually celebrate that positive team culture as well and promote it as well. You need to be recognizing and appreciating colleagues' hard work and encourage a supportive and non-judgmental environment within the team. And point number 8, you need to be working collaboratively with other professionals. You need to be a multi-agents player. You need to be a team player not only within your team, but also within the multi-agents other professionals that you are working with on that particular case, or on each and every case that you are working with. And being able to share any relevant experiences, relevant knowledge, or information that you think you are aware of that may help others as well. Even delivering content or delivering information in your group supervision sessions or other team meetings and stuff like that, you should be able to do that. So with those few nuggets, I hope you have learned something, and this is just to invoke some conversations. If you have got any comments that you want to make, please put your comments in the comment section below, and be kind, because everybody else has got access to these videos. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, hit that notification bell, so that when I post, you'll be the first person to know. Thank you so much.